Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, I can't believe I just said that. It has been like 7 months since my last video. This is so crazy. I took a very long but much needed break from YouTube. I had a baby, as you guys know. The last time you saw me I was super pregnant, like ready to pop, and my daughter was born back in November, and I just took time to bond with her. So now that we've got more of an established routine, I'm ready to jump back into YouTube, and I'm starting out today with this fresh face makeup tutorial. It's perfect for summer, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let's jump into the video. Hey guys, starting out with this Pond's cream, I'm just taking a small bit of this and applying it over my face as a base for the makeup, just so that it has a bit of cushion and slip, and it'll be a little bit easier to blend out. Next, I'll be taking this Tatcha the Pearl Under Eye Brightening Cream. As you can see, it's tinted, so it does provide a little bit of coverage. Mostly it's just for brightening, and I love using this on days when I'm not doing too much makeup. Here I'm using the Dior Capture Dream Skin Fresh and Perfect Cushion Broad Spectrum SPF 50 Foundation. It has a really long name, but I love this product for days where I'm doing like no makeup and I don't want a lot of coverage. Next, I'm taking Charlotte Tilbury's Light Wonder Foundation and her dual-ended foundation brush. I'm using the side that's more of a flathead kabuki brush just to pack on a little bit of extra coverage anywhere that I feel like I need it. This foundation is really nice. I love layering it with the Dior Compact Foundation because I do get some skincare benefits from the Dior one, and then I get a little bit more coverage from the Charlotte Tilbury one. It's definitely a buildable foundation, but you could build it up to a very medium coverage. I'm also taking the Drunk Elephant Debronzy Sunshine Drops. This is a really versatile product. I'm going to use it with the Sephora, I think this is called their diffuser brush. I'll have to double check and I'll try to list it below for you guys, but I'm going to just kind of bronze up the skin with this. This is something that you could use all on its own, like if you wanted to apply it after your skincare, you could mix it with your moisturizer, but it just gives the skin a really beautiful bronze glow. It never looks muddy or patchy or anything, it just makes the skin look really healthy. And you definitely don't need to wear makeup with this, but my favorite way to use it is on no makeup days, just to warm up the skin and make it look like you tried a little bit or like you've been out in the sun a little. I'm gonna work this in anywhere that I feel like I need a little bit more warmth. So anywhere that the sun would hit you, the forehead, the cheeks, over the nose. You could even use this, I've used it before, like over the eyelids, just to give a little bit of a wash of color. And I love using this on the chin as well. Using that same foundation brush from earlier, I'm just going to go back in and clean up any areas where it might have gotten a little bit messy with the diffuser brush. And I'm just doing this to give myself like kind of more of like a chiseled, neater contour line. I'm also going to take my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard and just apply that strictly over my dark circles. Taking the opposite end of that Charlotte Tilbury foundation brush from earlier, I'm going to use the smaller side that's slightly slanted to blend out my under eye concealer. Once I was done blending, I realized that I wanted a little extra coverage, so I went back in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and I used a slightly lighter shade as well as their blending brush just to buff all of this concealer out. I even went ahead and added a few extra dots of the concealer on the forehead, down the bridge of the nose, and on the chin just for an extra brightening effect. Taking a small powder puff and the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, I'm going to go ahead and work this in on the cap just to pick up a small amount of the product, and I'm going to go ahead and set my under eyes with this. Taking this dual-ended brush from Hourglass, I'm just going to use this to dust away any excess powder and also to apply a small bit of the Hourglass, I believe this is the Translucent Veil Powder. I'll list it down below for you as well. I really like using a different powder though, just for setting the rest of the face to add more dimension. This is a tiny bit more of like a luminous powder, whereas the Laura Mercier one is a bit more mattifying. I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Bronzer Brush and the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow Contour Duo. I think I have this in the shade Light, and I'm just going to use this to bronze up the skin a little bit more and also to slightly contour. By the way guys, if you hear my baby girl in the background, my apologies. She's hanging out with me right now and she is just making the cutest little noises while she plays. Alright, so here I'm taking the Real Techniques cheek brush and the Glowy blush duo in the shade Adore, and I'm just going to run that from the apples of the cheek and sweep it back towards the hairline. Next, taking Charged Water from MAC, I'm just going to go ahead and spritz the face to rehydrate and give a little bit of a glow back to the skin. And right after that, I'm going to go ahead and take my highlighter. This is also from the Film Star Bronzing Duo from Charlotte Tilbury. And I'm taking the highlighting shade and just applying that to the high points of the face. So focusing on the cheekbones, the forehead, and down the bridge of the nose. Here I'm taking the Fenty Beauty bronzing brush from earlier, and I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker bronzer as well, and I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of warmth back to the skin. Sometimes as you do your makeup, you'll notice that certain products start to fade, or you might want to add a little bit more just for contrast and dimension. So that's what I'm doing here, and the shade I'm using is Private Island. Now I'm taking the Dose of Colors Friendcation palette by Desi Perkins and Katie, and I'm going to start out with the color Basic and just give it a good wash over the lid and the crease area. This is going to be the base for our eyeshadows. And next, I'm going to go ahead and take the color Churro from the same palette, and this is more of a medium toned brown. I'm going to run this all throughout the crease and just make sure that I'm blending well and that the edges are diffused. I want this look to be really soft and very natural. Just something to give us more dimension. Taking a flat shader brush, I'm going to go back in with the color Basic, and I'm just going to pack this on the lid very lightly just to once again enhance the shape of the eye and to add a little bit of brightness. To finish off the eyeshadow, I'm taking a little bit of the color Churro again, so the darker shade, and I'm using a pencil brush to really define the shape of the eye. I'm just going to run that along the lower lash line, and again, this just kind of accentuates the shape of your eye, makes it look more awake. And if you're like me, if you have dark circles, I feel like this kind of helps to kind of draw attention away from that a little bit. And then right after that, I went in with my Japanesque eyelash curler. I recently bought this and I really love it. It was a really great investment. I think it was like 10 bucks at Target, and it makes your eyes just look so open and bright. And I'm going to go ahead and give my lashes a good coat of mascara. I believe I was using the Monsieur Big mascara from Lancome. Now that the eyes are done, I'm moving on to brows, and I do my brows differently. It just kind of depends on what kind of mood I'm in and how much time I have. So here, this was my really lazy day brow. All I did was take my Boy Brow from Glossier and I just ran that through the brow. I kind of take my time in fluffing up the brow, so really getting the shape right. This product does have a fiber in it, so it builds up the brow hairs and it makes them look really thick. And then you'll see that you can always define the brow when I go in with my Precisely My Brow pencil from Benefit Cosmetics. Okay, moving on to lips. I'm using here the Kiss lip pencil in the shade Soft Brown. This color is so pretty. I love this with the lighter nude lipstick, or filling in the lips all over with this is so pretty as well. It's just a really beautiful, kind of like a soft medium tone brown, I would say, and on me it pulls a slightly mauve undertone, so this is super pretty and very affordable. And I really take my time lining my lips because my lips are a little bit uneven, so I try to get the Cupid's bow as even as I can and enhance the bottom lip a little bit by overdrawing just a tiny bit towards the center of the lip. I decided to go with no lipstick today. Instead, what I did was I just patted on a little bit of Dior's Lip Glow. The shade I used was the color Lilac. To finish off this look, I am just taking a tiny bit of this Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. This is the glow version, so this is more of like a finely milled highlighter almost. And I'm using the brush that launched with this product as well just to apply it. And I'm going to finish off with a quick spritz of Fix Plus, and just gonna go ahead and make sure that dries down. Alright guys, here is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for tuning in, and as always, if you made it to the end, you're a real one. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz. My Instagram will be linked down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!